Lesson 1, Planet Earth. Explain how human beings use science and technology to obtain the Earth's resources, effectively help human production, timely solve the materials needed by human beings, and make good use of the Earth's resources to improve human life. It is explained in 3 chapters. The first chapter explores the composition of air, how to separate nitrogen and oxygen from liquid air by fractional distillation, and how to detect the presence of oxygen. The second chapter. Explore the composition of seawater, use different physical methods such as evaporation, distillation, crystallization, and filtration, extract salt from seawater, and separate pure water, and how to detect sodium and chloride ion in table salt. The third chapter. Exploring the relationship between rocks and minerals, and how useful materials can be separated from minerals, showing that limestone, chalk, and marble are different forms of calcium carbonate, explain the causes and processes of rock erosion, and demonstrate how to test carbon dioxide gas and calcium in the laboratory. The air contains nitrogen, 78%, oxygen, 21%, and the remaining is water vapor, carbon dioxide, and other noble gases, 1%. Fractional distillation of nitrogen, argon and oxygen from air needs to be completed in 3 steps. 1. Purification of air. 2. Liquefaction of air. 3. Fractional distillation of liquid air. One air purification process. First, the air is filtered to remove dust, then cooled down to below -80 degrees Celsius, to remove carbon dioxide and water that condense into solids. To the liquefaction process of air. Air is injected into the expansion chamber through the nozzle. The air in the expansion chamber continues to expand, and the temperature drops rapidly. After repeated expansion and cooling, the air is continuously compressed and expanded until the temperature drops to -200 degrees Celsius, and finally liquid air is obtained. Three, fractional distillation of liquid air. After the liquid air is pumped into the fractionating column, the liquid air is slowly heated. Because nitrogen, argon, and oxygen have different boiling points, -196 degrees Celsius, -186 degrees Celsius, and -183 degrees Celsius, respectively. Nitrogen turns back into a gas, however, because its boiling point is 196 degrees C. It flows out through a tube connected to the top of the flask. Then followed by argon and finally oxygen collected lower down. Physical properties of oxygen. Oxygen is a colorless, odorless gas that is heavier than air and slightly soluble in water. Chemical properties of oxygen. Oxygen is a highly active gas, and oxygen has the function of supporting combustion. For example, metal iron will rust in the presence of oxygen and water, and the flame of a Bunsen burner will turn from yellow to blue in the presence of sufficient oxygen. Test for oxygen with a glowing splint. Oxygen relights a glowing splint. Use of gas. Nitrogen can be used in food packaging. Can also be used as a refrigerant and raw materials for fertilizer. Oxygen can assist the patient with breathing, or a fuel for a rocket. Carbon dioxide is soluble in beverages, and can also be used as a freezing material, such as dry ice, and as a fire extinguisher. Noble gas, also known as an inert gas, which can be used for balloon, helium gas, advertising lighting, neon gas, and filling gas in light bulbs, argon gas. Matter is any substance that has mass and takes up space by having volume. At a minimum, matter requires at least one subatomic particle, although most matter consists of atoms. For example, when hydrogen and oxygen are combined, they are formed as water. For example, water added to oil is a mixture, which is two compounds mixed together. Sodium chloride is a compound that is composed of two elements, sodium and chlorine. The above are collectively referred to as matter. The three states of matter. Three states of matter: gaseous, liquid, solid. Example: hydrogen gas is gaseous state, water and oil are liquid state, sodium chloride crystal is solid state. There are three states of water: steam is gaseous state, water is liquid state, and ice is solid state.